This segment sponsored by Fort Wayne Metals. Turning knowledge into solutions. I am here at Fort Wayne Metals, where they specialize in manufacturing medical grade wires. They care a lot about their quality of products, so I'm going to speak with their leadership and learn so much more. I am actually standing over their factory floor, and I can't wait to explore. Come on. Joining me now are two vice presidents here at Fort Wayne Metals, Keith Albers and Evan Wood. Hi, gentlemen.
Hi, welcome.
Thank you so much. This is a really cool place that we're standing at because we get to overlook the factory and kind of see what's going on down there, which is really great. Yes. So first off, share with us about Fort Wayne Metals. Give us an overview, because I know a lot of people think that it's a wire manufacturer, but you all offer so many different things.
So the company's been around over 50 years, founded in 1971. Primarily medical wire and wire-based products. We do some other things like aerospace, but if you've ever had a procedure, there's a pretty good chance the wire we make here has been used with you in some way, form, or fashion. The one I like to say is, if you know anyone with a pacemaker or defibrillator, they tend to implant a can. The wire that goes from that to the heart that administers the therapy, we make that.
Oh, wow. Wow.
As one example.
That's really
yes, our wires, cables, and strands go into hundreds of different applications. Now, Evan mentioned in life-preserving applications like pacemakers or neurostimulation for genetic or even pain modification, but even more basic things like orthodontics and braces and dental wire. So many people have seen or touched our wire in some form or fashion.
That's incredible. Yeah, and as you said, I mean, over 5 decades. Being in business here, I'm sure that you all are the leading manufacturer in wires, and you cover the medical field, but also non-medical areas. So kind of share with me a little bit about your products in that era.
Sure. We also provide into aerospace and many different applications. A lot of it is larger products for those compared to medical device and electronics industry. So you can think of resistive type metals and alloys. And then it's also into kind of automotive as well. So a lot of kind of actuator type products in that field. All of ours, we try to be the material experts, as you mentioned. You know, it's good to understand the biocompatibility of the materials we work with, as well as getting into very fine wire materials. We split the wire down to sizes that would be taking a hair and dividing it 4 times.
Really?
Yeah, and then sometimes we strand it with hundreds of those wires to fit the device and needs.
Wow, that's pretty cool. And I know that the materials range from stainless steel, cobalt, chrome, and just so many different things. It's so fascinating and such a really cool skill set that you all have. And with having the company for so long, you all have grown tremendously. So what do you think is some of your keys to success here?
Well, one of the things, and Keith does a great job talking with his team about this, is if we solve customers' problems, we will continue to grow. And so it's just that constant focus on how do we help customers, how do we solve their problems. But I think the second half of that recipe that started with our founder and then Scott Glaze, our current owner, so our founder's son, is if you take care of your employees and you're a good employer, they're going to take care of the customer, and it's easy to continue growing. When I met the company the first time I was consulting in 2009, they had just hit 450 employees.
Wow.
We'll be over 1,600 by the end of this year.
Really? That is rapid
And so
growth.
in 14 years, we've more than tripled.
Yeah, that's pretty incredible. And what do you think, Keith, are some of the keys to success?
Yeah, there's to Evan's point, treating people right, but we have wonderful people who are extremely committed and dedicated and making sure that they're passionate about what we do. Beyond that, though, there's care and respect for inside the walls, but if there's ever people who have hardship outside of here, it really shows just the culture we have and the giving nature. So they pull together in that regard. I also think a little bit tied to Evan's on our leadership and our ownership, such a commitment to growth and reinvestment into the company.
Yes.
And there's always the decision making is always towards long-term opportunities first, always before short-term, metrics or concerns. So that formula, I think, repeated has just worked over time.
Yeah.
Little known
great.
fun fact, which you don't see in manufacturing very
Okay.
often, is in over 50 years, we've never had a layoff.
Really? Wow.
And what I appreciate about our owner is I always like to say, if I walked into his office and recommended a layoff, there'd be a layoff of one that day, it would be me.
Ooh.
Because we are not going to do that to our employees.
Yeah, that is great. That's really great. And as we are looking over it, kind of let me know, what are we seeing back here? I know that teamwork is so important and there's so many moving pieces. So there's so many different departments happening down there. Just kind of let me know what I'm looking at.
Sure. Well, we have a campus approach here. This would be one of our operations, and one that's working more with the finer wire at this point.
Okay.
We start very much upstream with large materials and actually melting the alloys into ingot form. It may take 9 months from when we first start processing a material to when we get it to finished form. So this would be one of the finishing, and also provides another operation, what we would call our assembly or stranding operation. So very interconnected. We both allow some benefits for us to have that control, but also some complexities.
That's really great. Okay, so lastly, share with me one of your favorite things about working here. I can give you a
I'm
moment
in the people field.
Okay, yes.
And it really is the people.
Yeah.
I walk in every day and I'm amazed at the talent level, what they bring, at the generosity that they show to one another. You can ask anybody, hey, what are you working on today? Or hey, can you help me? And they're going to stop what they're doing and give you the time and attention. And so to walk into I've not worked in an organization where that was daily. That's just standard. And so the people for me are absolutely what make the organization.
That's good.
I would have also answered team, but since I haven't answered that, I mean, it is a phenomenal team. But just being part of a growth organization with such a strong culture and providing the products, the meaningful products we do, is just something that's rewarding coming to work.
Yeah. Okay, those are really great favorite things. Thank you for sharing that with me. And you guys are also hiring, is that correct?
That's correct.
What type of people do you recruit?
We have over 100 openings, and that is everywhere from frontline, we'll train you, to engineers, to software developers, to accountants, you name it. We have over 100 openings and we need them all.
Wow, okay. Well, this is the time. Thank you so much, gentlemen. I appreciate it.
Thank you.
If you would like more information about Fort Wayne Metals or learn more about their open positions, we'll have their website listed below, and we'll be right back. This segment sponsored by Fort Wayne Metals.